What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 8 of Side Football. I'm joined by my two friends, Anthony and Alejandro. Randy unfortunately cannot be here today, but we got his predictions down. So today's episode, we're gonna be, talking about the rest of the World Cup bracket and who the winners might be. Who wants to start us off, guys?
Do you want to start?
I'll start. So my original prediction was Portugal versus Brazil in the oh no, I think it was Portugal versus Argentina in the final. Let's change it a little. So for Netherlands Argentina, I have Argentina beating Netherlands 2-1. And then I have Croatia losing to Brazil 2-0. And the semifinals between Argentina and Brazil coming out on top just by one goal, 2-1. And then on the other side of the bracket, I have Portugal beating Morocco 3-1, England beating France 2-1, and then Portugal beating England 2-1. So then the finals would be Portugal versus Brazil, and then I have Brazil winning 2-0.
So Brazil winning their sixth World Cup trophy. Okay, that's bold.
All right, so then for me, okay, I think for Argentina and Netherlands, I think Argentina's gonna win. I think it might be a scrappy game. I think Netherlands is really good defensively, especially with Ake's having a good tournament. Van Dijk's, he's himself, and then they can go with anyone really as that third center back, whether it's Timber or Delit, or there probably is someone else I can't think of. Dumfries is having a good tournament, but I think Argentina's gonna. I think it's gonna be like a 1-0, maybe 2-0. Like it might be one. It might be like 2-0, like 90th minute. But I think Argentina's gonna go through. Brazil, Croatia. I think Brazil's gonna run through them. I don't think Croatia's having that great of a tournament. They realistically, honestly, they shouldn't even be. I'm not this. It's not even like a hating thing because of how they played against Canada, but honestly, if Lukaku could have finished his chances, they wouldn't even be here right now. I think Brazil's just so much better, especially with Neymar. And I use this word a lot. They're so fluid with Neymar. He's the glue there. I think it's gonna be like 3-4-0. So then Argentina, Brazil. My heart is saying Argentina's gonna win because I need to see Messi win the World Cup. He has to. And I'm gonna stay with it. I think Argentina's side is like really average without Messi. He like obviously he carries the team. Everyone sees that. But I think he's gonna do it again. I think either he's gonna carry them or his teammates will step up like they did in the Copa America final. So I think it's gonna be like 3-2 or like 3-1 Argentina. And the other side, England, France. I think France is just too good right now. Mbappe, Dembele, Griezmann's having a great tournament. Chouameni, Rabiot stepping up. I don't know how because he's having a crazy season now. I think it's gonna be like 3-1 France or like 3-0 France. And then Portugal, Morocco. I can't lie. Sandro, I told we're talking before. I'm such a hater, but
It's okay. Do what you need to do.
I'm such a Portugal hater. But I think I'm gonna be realistic. Portugal will probably get through. I think it'll be a scrappy game though, because I think Morocco is just really good defensively. I think like 1-0. I think Portugal's gonna win. Yeah, I'll say 1-0. I'll put my bias aside, and then
Oh, thank you.
Portugal,
Thank you.
France. Portugal, France. It's either the script writers are either gonna have Portugal going through for that Argentina Portugal final, but I think France is gonna throw the script out of the throw it out the window. I think Mbappe is just having too good of a tournament. He's gonna break Close's record by the time he retires. He's gonna smash it already. He's already on 9. He's gonna smash that record easily. So I think I think France is gonna go through like a 3-2, 4-2 game maybe. I think sometimes Portugal collapses defensively, and like they obviously have a good defense. Cancelo, Diaz, Dallo, Pepe, Guerrero. There's so many combinations you can do.
That's what, like two Man City players?
Yeah, but I mean, bro, Diaz is good though. Like Cancelo shaky. He's having a shaky tournament, but Diaz, dude, I guess crazy. But I think France's firepower is just too much. I think it could be like 4-2, 4-1 France. And then the finals, uh Argentina, France. I said it from the start. I'm staying with it. Messi's he just has to. He has to. It's written in the stars. The scriptwriters would not allow it to not happen. So I would say Argentina 2, no, I think like 3-2 penalties maybe, or 3-2 extra time. I could see it going. So yeah, I'd have Argentina going through.
All right, so a Messi, ending his World Cup with the World Cup, so that would be bittersweet.
Mm.
All right, so here's my bracket. Some, pretty close. For Netherlands, Argentina, I got Argentina going through, score of 2-1. This is good defensively, so Argentina won't score a lot, but I think Netherlands can get the goal on them, but ultimately come up short. Me and you have something right about Brazil. I think they're going to win 4-0. Croatia, aside from the Canada showing, has not impressed me much. Brazil's just going to run them over. Next game, England, France. I think it's going to be the best game of the quarterfinals. I have France going through, score of 3-2 after extra time. So that's going to take 120 minutes. Now, Morocco, Portugal. It's going to be a good game. Morocco has really impressed me. They are definitely a team that surprised, I think, all of us. But I think it ends here. Portugal score 3-1. It's going to go through to the semis. So from all that, first semifinal, Argentina, Brazil. I got Messi and Argentina winning 2-1, just like they did in the Copa America final, sending Messi to his second World Cup final. On the other side, here's a bit of a surprise. I have France over Portugal, 1-0 though. Nothing crazy. It's gonna be good defensively, but I think Mbappe is gonna get that goal. Portugal scoring's gonna fizzle out, which leads Argentina, France, World Cup final. Now, as a guy who watches a lot of movies, there's a lot of happy endings, but I'm a guy that likes horror too, and there's a lot of bad endings. Sorry, Russo. I have France 3-1 in the final, which makes them back-to-back World Cup champions. No regrets over that.
Rating a
You
horror.
guys, I'm a horror fan, yeah, and I like to, there's some bad stuff that happens in those movies.
I think that'll definitely motivate Messi to move to Inter Miami.
What?
After losing 2 World Cup finals.
I would be so distraught. Like I'm not even. Well, I'm not even
That
arguing.
wasn't like it's not even like there's no Messi hate for me. Like I absolutely love him. That's just my gut's telling me France back to back. Everyone's been saying, including Allah, the curse was gonna knock him out. They said nope, we're going through. So I think they're gonna ride this thing, win the World Cup, and heck, even the Euro when that comes around.
No, like they definitely like it's not even like they have a way better team than Argentina. Like Argentina's team is average without Messi, so like it's not even like far fetched to say that if it is France and Argentina, France will win because they're man for man, they're better than them. So like it definitely could happen. It's just I I need Messi. I have to see it. It's written in the stars. It
I'm just gonna check some things right now, real quick. Oh wait, first say Randy's predictions.
mm, I don't know if he put all of them. He might just put his quarterfinal ones. Yeah, he did. So the quarterfinal ones he put Argentina to win 2-1, put
Okay.
Brazil 3-1, he put France to win 2-1, and then Portugal to win 3-0. But knowing Randy will probably say Argentina's gonna win.
Yeah,
I was
Randy's
like, yeah,
also
I think we can finish that for him. It's very clear who he's going for here.
yeah. I honestly knowing Randy, he'd probably have Argentina and Portugal in the finals because I think he also realistically everyone wants to see that. Everyone wants
Oh,
to,
I would love to see that. Yeah, for sure.
yeah. And again, like it could happen because even France, I don't think France is like super good defensively either. Like Kunde is obviously he's not a natural right back, and he's been the right back mostly, but he hasn't faced anyone really really good yet, right? So
No, no, yeah, especially
exactly.
the teams they've had to play, but
Yeah, so like
this is
England,
now quarterfinals, so
exactly. So like England will be a good test if it's Foden on the left, or it should be Foden. I'm not even gonna get into that. He's my boy. He should be starting 100%. But Southgate, but whether it's Foden or Rashford or Grealish, whoever's on that left will cause Kunde problems. Upamecano is again decent, but I don't know. He's obviously still young. Varane started the last game against Poland instead of it's Konate Konate was normally starting in the group stage. So again, Varane's having a shaky season, and then Theo on the left. Theo is amazing going forward. He has his flaws defensively, but I mean a lot
yeah,
of
I agree with you. Yeah, as much as I love him, watching
Mhm,
him sometimes he gets very careless.
mhm.
It's like he's too attacking on some plays, and then it's hard for him to get back to the defense, and that's when things open up.
Yeah, but like I will say that's how like a lot of modern fullbacks now are really good attacking wise, and then a little bit less defensively. Like Cancelo, obviously Trent is the one that gets slandered a lot, but like
Yeah.
those two again, amazing going forward, but obviously defensively maybe not as sound. But still, Theo is he'll hold his own. But like again, Portugal could go through, but I think it will be France. But
Oh,
again,
really? Anyone can go through at this point. Morocco can make it all the way to the finals.
yeah,
Not the
exactly. But
craziest thing we've seen.
exactly. I think like any combination of these 16, is it? No, eight teams. Any combination of the eight teams can go through. And then like I don't think anyone would be surprised or like argue or have like a strong argument for that.
Oh no, once you get to the final eight, like everyone's, shown up. They proved it to everyone. It's at this time you're just beating the best of the best. You know, Netherlands, you gotta go through Argentina. Croatia, gotta go through the five-time champs. England, the reigning champs. Morocco, you want to continue the miracle run, you gotta go through Portugal and the youngsters and Ronaldo. So
Dude,
yeah, it's a
I want to have some discussions about each game, but like something I'm thinking right now, like if there's so many players right now on the France team. So I was just reading the rules, and I was gonna say like France's midfield is pretty delicate, right? So right now, Tuchemani has one yellow card. I'm pretty sure. So like, if do we see like if he gets a yellow card against England, which is really likely, do you think like that would make a big impact against the Portugal game?
If he's gone, definitely, because like there's no one else like unless because then you're putting Camavinga in, and I guess they're not like too dissimilar. Like Camavinga's maybe more of like a box to box instead of like a six. So maybe, but do the cards like reset after group stage or no?
So it says that they don't reset; they only
Okay,
reset
so
after
maybe.
quarterfinals.
Oh, okay, so after this round,
So
so
after
he's
this
got
it,
he's
round,
got to keep it clean,
yeah,
basically.
exactly.
It's either keep it clean or yeah, if he does play, maybe Deschamps is kind of thinking about that too. Like, do I sit him out, play Camavinga, Fofana, maybe? I don't know. That's a good point though, because one of the better midfielders on this team. So see what they do with him. If you can keep it clean and play a full game without getting a yellow card, then you're good for the rest of the tournament here.
Right. Yeah, I think yeah, like without if he like gets another yellow against England and he's out against Portugal, I don't think Camavinga will be able to fill in for like for him because then and yeah, like they're two different players. One Camavinga is more of a box to box. Tchouaméni can be a box to box too, but even like in this system and even for Madrid, he plays more of like a CDM. He plays more of a six. So without him, it'd be touch and go against Portugal.
it's also Jules Koundé too.
Yeah, the only thing is I think they would like if you had to pick one to miss a Portugal game, it would probably be Kunde
Yeah.
just because you have replacements. You could play Pavard there, or yeah, probably I think just Pavard. I don't think or I mean he could go to three. He could go to a three back, which is what he was doing in the Nations League, but that wasn't as good. They played that at the Euros too, but again, even at the Euros they didn't play that great. But they have options. They would rather it would be more likely or they would be better if Kunde was out instead of Tchouaméni.
And England right now, I'm not sure if I'm saying this correct, but they have zero yellow cards.
Mm.
It's pretty crazy.
Surprising, actually. I thought there was at least one, you
Yeah,
know.
I thought they
Come
had
on.
like four.
Mm.
So like,
I was like, Harry Maguire is probably, played dirty a little bit.
so yeah, like back to France. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, I said that that was like the one prediction I made, where like it was just solely based off like just the bad luck they were having and like the injuries, and it continued. Like that first game, Hernandez injury. So like, I'm still gonna kind of ride on that. I'm still kind of hoping. Like I remember, this is so bad to say. Like I'm gonna get so much hate for this, but like I have a pool with my family, and I have like in this bracket here, England beating France. But one of the reasons why I had that was because I'm like, the way France is having so much bad luck, even though they made it out of the group stage, they still lost to Tunisia. I'm like, they're probably gonna pick up an injury against Poland, and they didn't. But um, I don't know. I'm just counting on something happening to France for them to not beat England. And even if they do make it past England, I think there's a pretty good chance of Tuchemani getting an injury and Portugal coming on top. But after looking at like all the possible yellow cards that Portugal could have, that's looking pretty bad too. But I want to get your advice, especially you, Sandro. And I think I know your answer because we talked about this before. But
Oh God.
does Ronaldo start or does he stay on the bench?
Oh, come on. As much as I love the guy, keep him on the bench. Like you saw what Ramos did, like proved himself with one game. Now, if it doesn't work this one, like let's say halftime, it's not working, throw him in. Like no reason why Ronaldo can't be a super sub, especially at this time, at this age. I think he's just got to smile a little bit more, stop looking so miserable on the bench. Like it sucks for everyone, but
Like, give
get
me a
over it, man.
little, give me a little insight. What like when you watched that game, were you by yourself or with some of your family?
I was on my own.
Oh, okay, never mind. I was gonna say, like, does your family like have any comments around like what's the vibe around the Portugal community? Give us an insight.
Like, mind you, like I haven't really heard anything. Like my mom was kind of like, "Oh, look who, miserable on the bench is Mr. Ronaldo." But then she kind of threw another joke, like, "Isn't he signing with this team for 100 million a year? Like, why is he not smiling?" I'm like, "Oh my God!" Like the guy wants to be out there and play. I was just trying to explain. So I don't know, they're kind of poking fun at him a little bit because it's been a while, since we've seen Ronaldo on the bench for a knockout stage game in any tournament, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was kind of surprising, but 6-1, like, the results say, you know, kind of show everyone that we're effective without him, when he's not starting. So I say do it again, put the same lineup out, see what happens. If it's not working, take the GOAT himself, put him on, and he could be the savior for us. So I say don't start him this one, put the same lineup out. And again, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, always have him there.
Are you happy with Fernando Santos?
I think it was a big step for him to finally just say, whatever the reason is, maybe it was tactics, maybe it
Or
is because they're
even
butting
like in
heads.
this tournament in general, like would you say like every game he's been putting out like great great like I've seen it and I think he's been doing like really good selections to be honest.
This is definitely his best tournament by far. Like, I'm not even gonna count like the Euro 2016 because we made it to the final and won, yes. But like some of the lineups he made during that tournament were kind of head scratching. This one is definitely by far the best team. He chose the best 11 formation. So after all the criticism, I'm gonna give him some praise here. And this is what I mean, put out the same one, maybe change it up a little bit, but if that means keeping Ronaldo on the bench, you got to do what's best for the team, right? And if you want to win that World Cup and that's what's best, I'm happy he finally just did it, no matter what the reason is. If they're butting heads, then that's what they're doing, or if it's again
Is that
just
a rumor that
tactical.
they're butting heads?
Yeah, like I heard Ronaldo wasn't happy with getting subbed off that, I guess, early against South Korea. So they were kind of, at it with each other. I'm not sure to what extent, but I don't know. I don't think they hate each other. There's no butting heads. I think this was just let's shake things up, which means putting him on the bench. It's going to get you a lot of hate from some, praise from others. But again, he did it. It worked out. Results show 6-1.
Sorry, just a quick question. In 2016, where did Italy finish?
2016 what?
2016 Euros.
I mean 26. We've lost to Germany in pens.
Sad
The
day. Sad day.
quarterfinals.
Quarterfinals, okay. Just because I don't remember you guys in that tournament.
Well,
Was
no,
that the
that was
infamous Simone Zaza run up?
yeah, that was when Conte,
PTSD.
man, that was terrible. But that team, man, Conte had those guys playing like superstars, and they were average. That team was below average.
Gonzalo
Jack,
Pele was our
oh
starter.
my,
Not no hate
Pele,
towards him, but
I don't even know who. Adair was the other striker. Jacquerini was playing. Like, do you know who Jacquerini is? Exactly.
I,
That's
I barely know who Zaza is.
bro.
it's
Jacquerini.
okay.
That's all you need to know, bro. That team was garbage, and Conte. It's not even about Italy, bro. But that team was. I miss Conte, man. Literally.
I was just interested because I remember 2016 vibes where I had France winning,
Mm.
and I remember I was so surprised Portugal made it that far, but I was rooting for Portugal, and I just don't remember Italy at all. The
No,
quarterfinals.
they beat Belgium the first game, then Sweden, then lost to Ireland in the group stage. Then they beat Spain, and then lost in penalties to Germany.
Yeah, I don't remember Spain in that tournament, so that makes sense.
No, we outplayed that. If we would have beat Germany, we would have
You think you would have won?
100%. I think the game against
Old.
France,
I don't know.
the game against France would have been close, but bro, Conte had that team playing, man. Like there was no superstars because like Verratti was injured. I forget there was another big name that was supposed to be playing that wasn't. I can't remember who. But still, like Conte had a bunch of bang average players, bro. De Rossi was past his prime. He was playing Parolo. Like, do you know who Parolo is?
Bro, I don't know
Exactly.
almost any of these. For me, I didn't really like. I wasn't into Euro, so like,
Exactly. Bro, literally the only name you will probably know is the defense, bro. Like the defense was still Buffon and net, Barzagli, Bonucci, and Chiellini. That was the defense. That was the only
no
like
Balotelli.
no, yeah, no, he
No.
wasn't there.
No.
Nope.
Conte hated him. He wasn't there. Pirlo wasn't there because they were or Pirlo because he was in MLS and Conte was like, I can't have this. That was also Jovinko had like a really good season with TFC that year, but Conte didn't take him because they were both in MLS.
Mm.
So like that was like a controversial decision. I remember. But no, that tournament was Conte had that team playing. Conte is incredible.
Yeah.
I'd take him in a heartbeat.
Okay, anyways, back on track. Yeah, no, but the thing is, like, I don't want to underestimate Morocco, but especially how we just discussed how Portugal does have a lot of yellow cards. Do you think he should consider that? Thinking, okay, we have like 5, 6 yellow cards. Should we take some of these players off and just try to grind out a result against Morocco? Or do we just not underestimate Morocco and put our best 11, our last 11?
You know what? Like again, like at this point, don't underestimate anyone, especially Morocco. I get Portugal has, out of all the quarterfinal matchups, I guess the easier side. They're not playing Brazil, Croatia, Netherlands, Argentina, England, France. So, you know, I would say yes, still put the same side out. But I don't like, yeah, like the yellow cards is really an issue here because we do have some players that are really scrappy, and you don't want to miss that semi match that I have against France. But I don't know, it's like it's it's a coin toss here. I like the lineup that he chose for Switzerland, but if he has to switch it up, we do have the depth in the squad, in my opinion, to do so. And again, we do have, I guess, the easier game out of the other quarterfinals, so this would be the game to do it.
Yeah, I mean, looking over it again, Bruno Fernandes, Ruben Neves, Diaz, who else? Joao Felix. Those could be,
Yeah,
maybe it would be if there's anyone you do coincidentally want to play, it would be Ronaldo without the yellow.
I would say play Ronaldo and even Leao. Like he scored off the bench. Like give him a start for this one, see what he can do. Just have the others on the bench. Maybe bring him on second half, an hour in, whatever. But yeah, like I said, they have the depth. They can definitely shake things up with this one. I'm not opposed to it. I just think after a very convincing win with the lineup that Santos chose, why not put them out? They seemed like a well-oiled machine that game, and
I
this is the
mean,
World Cup quarterfinal. You don't want to start, changing too much.
I didn't get to watch the game, but 6-2, 6-1 against Switzerland.
It was a massacre.
That
Like I couldn't believe what I was watching. It was 2-0 at halftime. It's okay. Like it's been done before. They could come back, and like the Switzerland that played against Serbia was good. Like it was, and like that was a good game too. And like Switzerland hadn't been that bad. Like they played decently defensively against Brazil. It was only 1-0, and then they beat Cameroon, but like it wasn't. I think it was 1-0, but still, like they hadn't been playing bad. So like at 2-0, you think maybe they can get something, but like probably not. But 6-1, I actually couldn't believe it, bro. It was a massacre. Like it was crazy.
I'm gonna be honest with you, and I was joking with this to my dad. I've always said this: Switzerland. I don't love them. I don't hate them either. But they've always just been that team that's made every tournament, gone out of the group stage. But like when it comes to the knockout round, they kind of just lose, and they feel like their fans are all right with it. The joke with Switzerland is, they're down the middle. They're 50-50. So I think Switzerland to them, yeah, we made it to the round of 16. That's good enough for us. I've always said that about them. Like, I don't know what it is. They can make any tournament, but when it comes to a deep run, they never seem to do it. But hey, I guess if the fans are satisfied, why not?
I, I don't know if you remember, but I actually said that.
I
Remember?
see. I do remember you saying something like that.
I said that Switzerland are a really good team, and I feel it could be anyone, but they're not a tournament team.
They're
Yeah,
not.
I
Yeah,
remember you did say this.
That they could get through like the round of 16, but they'll never find themselves at the semis. And it's not. I don't even feel like it's just because of quality. Like I feel like they could make semis. And I'm sorry to the Swiss out there. I feel like you guys can make
me too.
like you guys can make semis, and you'll meet Ecuador in the semis or like Bolivia, and somehow they'll choke. Like somehow, after beating like Brazil, like think about that. Holding 1-0, and no disrespect to Portugal, holding 1-0 to Brazil. And a kind of crucial game too, because that would have determined if Brazil would have went through qualified right away, right? It was the second game. But then losing 6-1 to Portugal is like,
Yeah, like bro, it was great. Like I couldn't believe what I was watching. I was like, this doesn't happen. And like I thought they were gonna do better just especially based on like the Euros that they had too. Cause like they got out of the group, then they beat France, then they went to penalties with Spain. Obviously they topped the World Cup group with Italy in it. So it's like they had a good Euros and a good qualifying. So and especially to even make it out of that group, like it's a not a hard group, but like it's a tricky enough group. Obviously, like with the stuff that they have with Serbia, like that's like I guess a rivalry game. I don't even know why I'm doing that because it is a rivalry game. And then Cameroon's dead, but like
don't say that. They beat Portugal.
bro,
I mean, they beat Brazil.
bro, that was Brazil's B team. Like, bro, Cameroon stinks, man.
I think they beat Brazil's A team.
No,
Wait,
bro,
they beat Brazil's A team
no, they didn't.
with Danny Alves, because this is what I'll say. Brazil's B team was playing the whole game the 70th minute, you could double check. I'm pretty sure they put on a bunch of A team players.
No,
Let's see.
bro. Okay. Second half, Marquinhos came on because Telles was injured. Bruno Guimaraes came on for Fred. Everton Ribeiro, you know who that is?
Okay.
Some guy that plays in Brazil League, 34.
Bruce has a point.
Pedro came on. Who's Pedro? Some guy that plays in the Brazil League. And Rafinha came on. I don't even need to say anything.
We don't need to
that
talk
guy.
about
That guy's trash.
Rafinha.
Yeah,
Rafinha should
no,
be.
Alan doesn't like
Bro, the
Rafinha.
starting lineup, bro, you had Bremer playing, Ederson, and I don't even rate Ederson. Ederson's
Didn't he
terrible
put
shot
in?
stopper.
Didn't he put in the third stringer, and that was like who they
He-
scored on?
That was
the
against
last
South
game.
Korea.
Yeah, that was
Was that
the
South
first
Korea?
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, bro, it was their second team.
No, you're
Gabriel
right.
Jesus had a terrible game. People were saying Martinelli was playing. Rodrigo was playing as a cam. Rodrigo's never played as a cam.
Yeah,
Bro,
I don't
and
know
they had a
why I thought
midfield.
they put Casemiro.
Bro, and they had a midfield. The midfield was Fred and Fabinho. I had people saying like, "Yo, I never want to see this again. Like, this was terrible." And I can just imagine a midfield of Fred and Fabinho, bro. No ball carriers, no nothing. Like those guys are the least Brazilian players. They have no sauce.
Fred is Brazilian.
Fred is so bro. Fred is trash, man. That guy is a fake Brazilian. That guy is Portuguese.
Wow.
Like he has no sauce to him. He could you like. It's not even this the Portuguese, but like, bro, Fred has no sauce to him. Like all these Brazil players have like a little bit of flair. Fred, bro, that guy just runs and hopes.
Up and down, up and down. That's all he does.
Like that is useless running.
Fred is Brazilian.
Now, guys, remember this is a Man City fan talking about a Brazilian Man U fan, so there's some history there.
I'm a Man U fan.
Bro, he's trash. You sit and watch him every week. You think he's good?
He turns up for Brazil.
I don't care if he turns up. He's dead.
Alan,
Ooh.
that doesn't mean that the 40 million price tag that Man U paid is justified.
Wait. No, okay, wait. Let's not talk about Man U. We're talking about international football.
Bro,
Oh, sorry.
no
Okay,
sauce.
guys. So make sure you join us next week for the diss of Man U. That's gonna be about an hour and a half.
Bro,
I'm kidding. No.
the guy has no sauce.
You know what sucks about Ecuador not making it out of the group is that the next thing I have to look forward to is Man United in the season. That hurts. Well, I mean, there's Brighton too and Real Madrid, but
Bro, you're watching Europa League football, and they might lose to Barca
Champions League football too.
with who? Madrid?
Madrid.
Bro, stop.
Anyways,
Madrid's not even having that good of a year.
okay, wait.
They're not.
Okay. Let's get back on track. Is there any scenario where we see a new champion?
I think the only new champion that could be is it's Netherlands, Croatia, or Morocco.
Or Portugal?
Portugal hasn't won one. I swear they've won one.
No.
I swear I wasn't even hating.
No. It's all good.
No.
Surprisingly, people have asked me like, "Oh, I thought
I couldn't-
Portugal had won one." I'm like, "No, we made it to third one year. I think twice we made it third place."
Let me
but
tell you a crazy stat because I think I know the most knowledge about international football between the four of us.
you're on international football. International football, I'm not.
But you know, Brazil has only made 7 World Cups, right?
No. What?
Fact check that.
Bro, there's no way that's possible.
Wait. Qualified?
Qualify for 7. We're about to see some live reaction.
Yeah, no, because there used to be a rule where if you had won, you would automatically qualify. So they won 5 times.
Wait. Oh my God, wait. Not Brazil. I'm so sorry. Portugal. Portugal.
Like
I keep getting Portugal and Brazil totally mixed up.
Okay, see, now that makes sense. Yeah, no, they missed like a lot of
Portugal has
years.
only made 7 World Cups.
Yeah, no, that's
that
right.
sounds more believable.
My bad. Wow, I was about to look like a genius right now.
Yeah, then I squandered it. I'm like, the hell are you talking about?
Brazil.
Yeah, it's 7 times.
Yeah, Portugal has only made the World Cup 7 times.
Yeah, 1966. Then it says 20 years later, 1986. Then it says 2002, and then that's it. But I
And from
guess-
2002,
yeah,
they
2002.
haven't stopped qualifying.
That I believe that because I think Portugal wasn't like super great. Like
No, they
honestly,
were not.
like when like Eusebio was before like the Figo, Deco, like those guys' time. So like, I'm
Well,
pretty
he only played in one World Cup, which was '66. He scored 9 goals that tournament. That was really it.
yeah. See, so like and like I'm assuming they obviously like none of us watched it, but I mean like you've heard Eusebio was like really good back then. So like
He was
obviously,
amazing.
and then like since then, like you don't really hear like about Portuguese players that were like super good back then. At least I haven't, except for obviously, yeah, like when like they came back with like when like Figo was there, Deco, Rui Costa, like those guys.
Remember Nani?
Yeah, but Nani's like this generation.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's not that old. Come
Yeah.
on.
But yeah, like I get 7 times this. That sounds believable. Well, I guess
Brazil,
it is.
Brazil just to is the exact opposite. They have never missed a World
Yeah, I
Cup.
was gonna say like, bro, that makes no sense.
They're the
Like,
only team to have never missed a World Cup. I meant Portugal
uh,
because I keep looking at the list here and seeing
yeah,
Portugal, Brazil.
I was gonna say, bro, that made no sense. Brazil's made it 7 times, but they won it 5. What? Like I can't. They haven't missed one in my lifetime.
But anyway, yeah, Portugal's never won one. So there could be
They.
there's four previous champions
Mhm.
and there's four potential
I
new winners.
I can't lie. I'm such a hater. So no, like there's not. Portugal has the best chance because like, bro, Croatia's not. Even if Croatia somehow manages to get by Argentina or Brazil,
That's what
they're
sucks.
not getting by Netherlands or
Yeah.
Argentina. And I don't honestly Netherlands getting by Argentina either. Portugal's the most likely to make it to a final, but again, whether it's Brazil or Argentina, I just don't see them beating them.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
That's what kind of sucks. Is because I was thinking like it'd be so nice to see someone new in the finals.
Mhm.
And I'm like, or like not even new in the finals, but someone that hasn't won. So even if Netherlands made the finals,
Mhm.
I'm like, bro, they still have to face up against most likely England or
Or
France,
France, yeah, or
you
even
know?
Portugal. Still, like that's still 3 like really good teams.
But no, but like that's what I'm saying. Like there's only one combo where like it could be like I
Yeah,
feel like
like
a new,
a
which
new
would be
winner for sure.
Portugal or Netherlands, right?
Yeah,
So, but yeah, no, I don't see. I'm sorry, Sandra, but I don't see them there being a new winner. Like I see it either.
You don't have to say I'm sorry. I picked France to win like back to
I know,
back.
but I'm just saying like there's for me there's like a zero chance. Like I think it's, I think it's Brazil most likely. Second is Argentina, and then third I would have France. Even though I have Portugal in the finals, I would have France as third. But like I think if Portugal makes the finals, they're gonna lose. But they have a better chance of making the finals than France.
no, what?
Okay. Yeah, that made no sense to
No,
me.
what?
I think they do because I'm
No,
telling you, if Tuchemani gets that yellow,
but I don't. But even if he gets that, I don't think. I don't think you.
He's not that big of a game changer to me to like change the whole course of a game out. Like he's good. If not, put Kamavinga there, put Ganduzi, like whatever. I think they can fill that spot for one
Like,
game, in my opinion.
yeah, I think they would
You have
switch.
Mbappe. That's all you need, man. Just pass him the ball.
Like, bro, the fact they're doing this good with Rabio in the midfield, bro, I don't even need to say anything about that guy. That guy is horrid.
I don't know if I said it on this podcast or if I said it to someone else, but I said some very foul things about Giroud, man.
I'm sorry, what?
I said some very foul things like your AC Milan time. I said some very bad things about Giroud. I guess it wasn't this podcast, but it was bad. I was like coming after Giroud bad, and this guy just came with a brace first game.
He
Giroud's
is
a
the
bagsman.
all-time record holder for France now. You take that slander out, okay?
I take it back. I take it so back. I'm so sorry. He's still an
It's
old
okay.
man. He can't run, but
No, but he's a bagsman, and he's always been a goal scorer. That's what he is. Like he doesn't do anything special, but he scores. Like
That's the most important thing, essentially.
exactly, he's a bagsman. He scores. That's
he's a
all.
number 9.
That's all he needs. Honestly, bro, like they played better with him instead of Benzema. Like I think if Benzema was playing, they probably wouldn't be as good. And there's even been like rumors saying like the France team is more like happier that Benzema isn't
Well, that
like
makes sense because of all the allegations too.
yeah
Because Giroud and Benzema didn't think get along.
yeah. But still, I think like because I feel like with Benzema, it's like if Benzema's there, then then especially with him and Mbappe, there's too many like clashing heads. Just like whose team is this?
Oh, that's true.
I feel like now it's like with Mbappe's there, like, and especially like obviously Mbappe's ego. With Benzema out there, no one is there to clash with him. Like he knows this is my team. I'm carrying this team to the World Cup.
Yeah.
With Benzema there,
Again.
Benzema would have been like, no, I'm carrying the team. Like, and it would have been problems.
Yeah, that's when the arguments start like, who has a Ballon d'Or? I do, not him.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I think we should wrap it up. Just to conclude, I'm pretty sure Randy has Argentina as winners.
I would assume
I would assume from his quarterfinal predictions we can fill the rest in,
Yeah, not Randy.
You
Unless he wants to, make me the happiest guy in the world and pick Portugal, but I highly doubt it.
Oh, I think that's the last team he wants.
Yeah.
He'll pick Morocco over Portugal. He probably has, I'm kidding. No, we saw his predictions, but
and then I have Brazil adding their 6 and hopefully retiring a lot of those Brazilians.
oh yeah, one can hope.
I was talking about this with Russo before for the 2024 Copa America. I have a theory that Brazilians, once they reach the age of 31, they just want to retire. They just retire and they, live life.
That's it. Yeah.
And I think if they win this World Cup, that'll send a lot of them to retirement. And then that'll be less of problems for Ecuador, the Copa America.
Oh my.
Canada's winning now. Canada's gonna if Canada is in it, Canada's gonna bro. Generally, Canada is better than like a lot of Copa America teams, and it's because it's gonna be
Wait, what?
bro,
Okay.
Okay, wait. We'll save this for a bonus episode. We'll save this for. We're gonna record another episode after this, like right now. We'll save this.
Copa America's it's gonna be in the US, so it's an even playing field.
It's maybe. That's a maybe.
Okay, if it is, it's an even playing field, and Canada is better than a lot of teams. I feel like not half, but
Wait, we'll save this.
Canada. If it's in anywhere in South America, it'll be more of a challenge for Canada. But if it's in the US,
Sandro.
Yeah.
Who's your pick?
Hmm?
Who's your pick again? Champions? Just to wrap up.
Oh, France, come on.
France, okay. So that's episode 8. We'll probably release episode 9 before because it'll be a bonus episode. And thank you guys for watching. It's Foresight Football. And make sure to leave a like, comment, and share to your friends. And tell us who's crazy and tell us your predictions and everything. Have a good day.